Johnny Dixon, defensive back out of Penn State. He's 5'11", 192 pounds. To my way of thinking, Johnny is a classic sleeper in this draft. And as near as I can tell, he's being slept on by a lot of folk. I think he's an underrated corner. I think he shows reactive and patient quickness in press coverage. We see him here downfield, one-on-one, on top of a route, and squeezing. This is something he excels at. Another thing that he is great at is finding the football, turning and finding the football, disrupting the catch at the catch point. You see that here. We see Johnny off the ball, patient and in phase with the receiver. This near hand jam to slow the route or disrupt the route just enough. After some hand fighting, we see Johnny turn with the receiver to find the football. At the same time, he's getting on top of the route and squeezing it to the sideline. Here we see him tracking the football and, in effect, becoming the receiver, forcing the bigger wide out to become the defender. Johnny's at the top of our screen. Very often he's left out on an island, no safety help. He's a very confident corner. Obviously, the team is confident in him in that regard. We see him in a low back pedal. You can see the quarterback staring that down, wanting to get this one-on-one matchup over the top against him. This jam is very effective in rerouting or slowing this route. Johnny trusts his instincts and reading routes that the receiver's running, oftentimes to the extent that it appears he's running them with the receiver. He's an easy tracker of the football, and you can see he's hip pocketing right there. Watch it again. Johnny's a versatile corner, plays zone. They line him up in the slot, plays some safety. I like him best at the line of scrimmage. Think he's an excellent press man corner. You see this inside arm jam again. Has a knack, I think, for running the routes with or for the receiver. You can see right here, he's on top of that route. He's watching the quarterback, and I think he's anticipating this back shoulder throw. In fact, that's what he gets, and he picks it off. On the interception, you see he allows the receiver inside as he anticipates this back shoulder throw, undercuts it, steps in front, and picks it off. He's very good at playing the ball, very good at disrupting at the catch point. This is him at the top of our screen. He stays low in his back pedal, off the ball. The receiver sells vertical, turns his hips, starts to run. I think he's got great makeup speed or recovery speed. Watch him undercut this route, disrupt the catch right at the catch point. Watch it again. We see Johnny at the top of our screen. In contrast to the last play, we see him come off the ball high in his back pedal, fall for that outside fake. When you see him beat, it's most often inside. You can see there's a good bit of separation here. But I think even this play illustrates Johnny's makeup speed, his ability to recover. Watch it again. Here's Johnny, an off man at the top of our screen versus Ohio State. Probably gets away with a little bit of a grab here. But again, this play illustrates his ability to find the football, be hip pocket to the receiver, and make a play on it in the air. Watch it again. Johnny excels as a rusher, has 7 sacks in 2 years, 7.5 sacks in 2 years. This is him, does a good job in disguise, good job in these blitzes off the edge. You can see him break up this pass here, but as I said, has a knack for getting to the quarterback, beating blocks in the backfield, closes very quickly, and as I said, he has 7.5 sacks at the cornerback position in 2 years. As a defensive back, Johnny's deployed in a number of different ways, off the edge as a blitzer, blitzing from the slot or the cornerback position. Lots and lots of press man, some off man, some zone. I've seen him as a curl flat player. See him in sort of a disguised 3 here that turns into a 2 deep look where they use him as a safety. He covers out of the slot. We see him here as the nickel being asked to cover the tight end on 3rd down. Johnny at the top of our screen singled up, and even though he appears to be in phase with the receiver, you see him get grabby here, and I'm going to chalk that up to the fact that his eyes are in the backfield. He's guessing a route. In this case, he guesses wrong. He's fortunate that the quarterback doesn't find his man deep. Watch again. The area of Johnny's game that I would like to see him improve the most is his tackling, more particularly his want to. He seems like the sort of player that doesn't mind standing around and watching somebody else make the play. He's not willing to throw his body around. He does miss open field tackles. You can see him here trying to make a strip instead of laying a hit on the ball carrier. I do my best to stay away from reading any other scouting reports or watching videos on players or even watching highlight videos. I really want to get an unvarnished opinion, unvarnished take on any prospect that I watch, for better or for worse. My only inclination as to where Johnny is anticipated to fall in the draft is based on doing mock draft simulators and seeing him somewhere around the 130, 140 mark. So 4th-ish round. My sense in watching him is that he's a much better player than that. I think he might be a sleeper. I think he might be a steal.